What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time it's the Summit bundle variety, so we have two cars for you today. This IVT Falcon 1000, I think it's called, and of course the Forsberg Nissan R35 GT-R in the racing category. Let's go. All right, let's start out with the R35. This is the Forsberg R35. If you want to get this now before the Summit, you can do that, but you have to go to the Crew 2. After the Summit reset, this thing will be available in the Crew Motorfest store. However, it is not that as of publishing this video, but I got it from the Crew 2 and tested it. I've got a tune for you, and I've got some information regarding its performance. And to be honest, it's okay. It performs fine. It's got some decent NOS power, and it can keep up with some of the better cars in the class, but it definitely is going to get smoked by meta. It's not a new meta car. It's certainly not some car that I would recommend you use in the grand races, only because it does understeer quite a bit. You know, understeer is just really important for the grand races. Like, when you have a car that understeers, you end up losing positions left and right because you can't take turns as fast as some of the better cars in the class. So with that said, let's take a look at the R35 build for you, and then we'll move on to the IVT Falcon. But before we can do that, here is my test time for this car. I test everything in the racing category on Staying Ahead, and for this one it ran a 240.3. Again, not a bad time, but you can see the best cars in the class are at 235, 237, 38, 39. Sub 40 is what you're looking for in the racing category. It's just okay. Yes, it's in the top 20, but it's just not the best. So like I said earlier, you can use it. It's fine. It's viable, but it's not going to be your favorite car for grand races. All right, let's get into the tune. All right, starting with the brake balance, we're at 50%. For the aero load rear, we're at -10. Suspension front, we're at +5. Rear is -4. Then for the compression, we're at +5 and -4 for the compression rear, +3 rebound front and -3 rebound rear. For the anti-roll bars, we're at 0 in the front and +10 in the rear. And then for the camber, we're at -0.25 in the front and -0.20 in the rear. Now this gives us a 1.5 lateral G stat with a 17.1 braking distance, 2.7 acceleration, 249 top speed. Obviously, racing category, you can get up to 260, no problem. So I don't know why they limit that in the stats to 249, but it is what it is, man. All right, let's take a look at the IVT Falcon. All right, so the IVT Falcon actually outperforms my expectations. It is far better than I anticipated. However, it is a little bit tricky to drive. So I tried to limit some of its problems with the tune that I gave it. However, it's still going to give you some issues. So its biggest issue is that the front of the car jumps up. You see how it goes back and forth like this when I'm just trying to make a turn? Any little jumps, the front end of the car just seems to want to come up. Now, obviously, it's very limited. I'm trying to actually give you a good example of this. It's tough to find. Now, here's the thing. This car, you're going to see it in the grand races. You're going to see it do it a couple of times. But basically, the front of the car wants to return to center, while the rear of the car actually sticks the turn. It's very interesting. It happens a lot, actually, on pavement. It's very interesting, but see how this little wiggle that it does when you're turning? If you just hold the stick, you'll be able to make the turn. It's very strange, but anyways, you'll get to see it in the grand races and you'll get to feel it yourself. The tune is not funky, but it's very soft. I'm trying to get that front end to stay down while the rear is fairly stiff, and it gives it a little bit more of a controllable feel. This car is incredibly grippy, and that does help in the grand races. However, I just think most people are going to have an issue with it. Now, before we get into this, I want to show you my difficulty, actually my steering sensitivity settings, because these are going to have an effect on off-road. It's a huge effect, actually. So sensitivity is at 80, dynamic max lock is at 70. Now, if the car feels really uncontrollable or you're losing it a lot on jumps, drop the max lock down to 50. That's a more normal max lock, and it actually helps you with off-road handling. It's just going to be slightly more sluggish in the turning, but it's not going to feel as wild and out of control when you're bombing down hills. I might actually have to adjust this and this tune come summit day because of whatever track that we actually are on. I tuned it on the track called Off-Road Island. That's where I tune all of my rally raid cars. And you know, there's obviously some things that track doesn't necessarily test on the car. So depending on the track that we get or the tracks we get in the summit, we might have to do a little bit of a retune. Probably not much, but we'll see. Anyway, keep an eye out for the summit guide for that. Let's take a look at the test times for this because they're actually quite amazing. This ran my second fastest time out of all the rally raid cars I've tested. I haven't tested a ton. We're at 17, I think, or 15, I think. Anyways, it's second among those 15. It's only the second car to run a 48 on Off-Road Island, the other car being the Tacoma. So this is second place with a 148.956. It does fairly well. Its lateral G-stat is not great at a 175, but it performs way better than that. So it's got a lateral G of 175, a braking distance of 21, which is fine, and then an acceleration of 4.0, which is about in line with the Tacoma and the H1 Alpha Evo 2. And then of course the speed is 150. It does get up to 170 in the air, and it bombs hills at about 160. So it's not the slowest top speed, which is what you would expect from a car like this, but it does fine. So anyways, here's a split grand race. We have the section of the racing car first because I was first in that grand race, and then the second grand race will be this IVT Falcon, and we'll let that one play out. It was the second car in that one, so get a full grand race basically. And then I've got a couple of thoughts for you at the end of that. So anyways, enjoy these grand races. All right, here we go. We got the Forsberg R35, and we're in the Disruption Edition, and then the Porsche 993. But for this video, I think you're just going to be seeing the R35 because it's a Summit bundle video. Here we go. All right, fingers crossed for a clean start, baby. Oh, I got to pay attention. I looked up at the names and I forgot that the road goes left. All right, so far so good. Oh, that was tough. I took that a little bit wrong. Save the NOS for the second jump, dude. Hopefully this guy breaks the wall. He didn't, but he almost lost control, which should allow us to catch up. And we're in slip. I slowed down quite a bit on that corner. So far, so good. As long as we don't flip when we... Ooh, a little bit of a nice corner there. He got me back, though. Let's go. The NOS power of the R35 is good. But you gotta use it correctly. Oh, front end jumped up a little bit. That really slowed me down. All right, the R35 hanging in there with a T50. I think his lines were much cleaner through that section. Let's see if I can get back to him here. All right, I'm so nervous about this. This thing is just a wild beast, bro. Try to tame it a little bit with the tune, but it's tough, dude. Oh, hit a little wall. That's gonna give him a chance to catch back up. A little NOS taps here so we can get up this hill. Don't hit that rock. Woo! That is close, dude. All right. Hopefully we can bomb these hills without an issue. Yeah, dude, let's go. All right, come on, Nas. Recover. We're gonna get a little crazy here. All right, dude, honestly, feeling real stable. Not bad at all. I thought it was gonna be a little more bumpy than this, but it's feeling pretty good, dude. Not bad, dude, not bad. I mean, it's not like the fastest, right? It's definitely not the fastest, but it's doing fine. Up and out of the river. I don't know what he's in, but we've got a little distance on him. Let's get up to top speed, hopefully. It looks like he might be in slip, though. Let's see what happens here. This thing is quite quick. I'm not gonna lie. It does that a lot. It walks a lot on turns, but you just got to try to hold on to it. He's in a Tacoma, so he's got that top speed. It actually didn't do bad at all. We held off a Tacoma, dude. Here we go. See if he knows about this to the left over here. Doesn't look like he does. It's going a little too far to the right there. You gotta slow down, make this turn. We're trying to go up this hill, man. Nicely done. Oh yeah, dude, we got some speed coming down now. Ooh, almost hit the wall. Uh-oh. He must have crashed. The Peugeot is just a beast. Oh, I forgot that I changed my... I changed this for the last summit. The button to handbrake. I can't handbrake turn. I'm gonna have to take this normally, or just slide it like that. Natural slide. Got to use the body weight to just slide it. Come on. We got one more. There we go. Not bad, not bad. We should be able to hold off. Nicely done. Whew. That IVT Falcon is really not bad, man. Not bad at all. It's not the best, though. All right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. You have any questions about these tunes or these cars, let me know. Either in the comments section, or you can send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.